And welcome back to the Ultimate Racing League. For courtesy of Harry Poppins Racing Channel. We are back with the guys for the SMC, so the Saturday Manufacturers Cup for race 2 at Trial Mountain. Looks like a lovely sunny day again, so I'm hoping it's going to produce some fantastic racing, as in race 1. Now, as race 1, as we saw, Matty Older took the checkered flag and the top step on the podium, followed by Grasshopper very closely all race in race 1, and Sai finished off the podium. So it was a 1-2-3 for the Citroen boys. So as I said, we are now at race 2. So race 1 was Group 4 cars. Strategies going on there with the softs and the mediums. But as you can see, we are now in Group 3s. Strategies, again, will play a part because they'll be running the mediums and the hards. The lap count has gone up to 14. There are 12 guys on the grid. So if we just go down and have a look who is where, because it's reverse grid from wherever he finished in the last race. So on pole position we have Ural Phaser, and he is in the Group 3 Lexus RCF. We have Pete. He is in second spot and he is in the BMW M6. In third spot we have Hoggy in the Alpha 4C. I'm sure I got that right. And in fourth we have Unforgiven in the BMW M6. Now, he is a massive fan of this M6, and he loves BMWs in general by the looks of it. So, looking for a good outing from Unforgiven in this race. In fifth spot, we've got Bree. He is rocking the Genesis. I'm just going to call it the Genesis. I've never driven it, so I don't know what model it is, but he's in the Genesis. I have seen that on track before, and that thing is absolutely rapid. In sixth, we have Enzo. Enzo had a bit of a technical issue during race 1. He was fighting for fourth spot, but due to that technical issue, he did drop back down to 7th. So I think he's hoping that he doesn't have that same issue this round, and looking forward to seeing him up there because he's a very, very strong driver. Come a long way has Enzo Jack. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in race 2. In 7th spot, we have Panic at Tesco's. Save up to 20p a litre with club card. Oh, well, I'm sure, hope I can. He is in the Ford GT. In 8th spot, we have Silly Shot, and it's the 2020, maybe, Mercedes AMG. I'm pretty sure it's the 2020 version. In 9th, we have the Welsh Meister, Osman, and he is in the Group 3 Jaguar. The Jaguar. In 10th, we have Sly in the first of the Citroens. Now, he finished first on the podium in race 1, so these guys have got a lot to do coming back. In 11th spot, we have Grasshopper, who finished in the runner-up spot in the other Citroen. And starting all the way down at the back of the grid, we have Matty Older, winner of race 1. So we're going to go up to the top because we were midway down the grid last time round. So, yeah, so let's get this show on the road. As you can see, they're coming up to the start finish line here. You can hear the klaxon go. 2, 1, go! And it's lights out and away we go. So we're going to stay on board with Ural Phaser just for the first lap, having a look behind us. As you can see, somebody's coming out of the pack there, just trying to warm their tyres up. Phaser, he is on the racing mediums. Seems to have quite a sizable little gap. Oh, and already Phaser has picked up half-second penalty. Now that would be due to the fact that he has cut that corner. You can get a little bit too greedy sometimes, and it's gonna punish him because the penalty zone is, I do believe it starts down the tunnel or the end of the tunnel. The beginning of the tunnel or the end of the tunnel? I could be completely wrong. Let's have a look. It might not even be down here. No, actually, it's before the start-finish line. What a bumbling idiot I am. We'll stick with Phaser anyway, for lap 1. This is what I like to do. Stick with the guys. It looks like everybody's pretty much, no positions really changed too much. as you'd expect from these guys in the manufacturer. So I'm going to call it the SMC, the Saturday Manufacturer's Cut. So every time you'll see it on my YouTube channel, it will come up as the SMC. It's just easier, a lot less words, so 3-letter words are a lot better. So 15, 14. So as you can see, Fraser, he's now coming up to turn 14. He's still, I don't expect too many changes. Oh, and we have our first guy off. So let's have a look. It's Hairy Cam time. Where is he? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? We are looking. I saw him. He was in the Alpha. He was in the Alpha. Where's he gone? Where has he gone? Oh, it's Hoggy. All right, let's go back and have a little quick look. There's always time to have a look on Hairy Cam. As I said already, if you do go off or you have a spin, you are going to get caught by a Hairy Cam. So Hoggy's in a battle with Bree. So Bree's almost literally bumper kissing him, and Hoggy's got one eye on Alex, he's got one eye on Bree. Oh, looks at that. So that looks to me, he just about managed to hold it. So I'll let you off with that one, Hoggy. It wasn't a spin. That was absolutely fantastic car control to keep it. Fantastic. That was a great watch. Great livery as well. Alpha Tauri on the Alpha. Right, so we'll go back up to the top. So that is where the penalty is to be served. So on the start-finish line. I thought it was down the tunnel, but it's been a while since I've been around this track. So Fraser, as you can see, he's now dropped back to third after serving that half-second penalty. By the time he gets to the first corner, it's probably going to cost him about a second. So yeah, he's dropped back down to third. So taking up the lead and being chased very closely is Pete. As you can see, Alex is all over the back of him. Is he gonna stalk his prey? Unforgiven likes to do this. He likes to stalk his prey. He likes to put that pressure on these guys and wait for that right moment. So all the while, Pete's in front. He's got Unforgiven behind him. He keeps looking in the rear view mirror. He's looking in front. He's looking behind. He's looking in front. He's looking behind. But now, as we come down to the tunnel, this may be Alex's opportunity. He senses it. This is one of the prime time overtaking spots on this track down this tunnel because it's so long. But see that you can see there, look, Pete's trying to move over to the left and trying to cover that inside line, but unfortunately for Pete, it's too late. Alex is there. This is Alex's corner to lose. I keep switching back between Alex and Unforgiven, so I will get it right eventually. So Unforgiven, he has now taken first spot. Followed closely by Peter. Has Peter got other ideas? Is he thinking, no, I'm not going to let you have that easily. I'm going to make you fight for that, or is Unforgiven? Is he just going to put his foot down and say sayonara? Back in first spot, we've got Bree in the Genesis, followed closely behind by Fraser, who obviously did have that half-second penalty, so he's now dropped back to 4. It's amazing what a half-second penalty around this track, how much damage it can actually cause. In fifth spot in the Alpha, rubbing a bit of the paintwork there, is Hoggy in the Alpha Tauri liveried. Got a little bit of a gap back to Fraser, and he's also got a bit of breathing space back to Panic. In sixth spot we've got Ozzy. He's actually making a challenge on Panic, and it looks like the job is done. The job has been done. That's turn 1. What a great overtake from the Ozman. But unfortunately for Ozman, all that hard work is going to get undone if he can't pull out enough of a gap from Panic. He is going to lose that. If Panic can get up to him when he comes up to the tunnel, he will get that slipstream. And knowing Panic's driving abilities, I would expect him, if he is close enough, to go for that move down the back straight. But as well as having a lick at his chops, thinking about Ozman, he's now got Enzo Jack for company in the Ferrari. This is the new Ferrari. This is the Ferrari 296, latest edition on GT7. Looking really excited to actually have a go at this car myself. So Osman's managed to pull out a bit of a gap, so he's extended that gap over Panic. So, and I'm just about to miss this here as well. So as Osman's had a move. Osman's done a move, carrying half-second penalty, he's had a move. He's done a move on Fraser. The power in that Jag must be immense, especially compared to the GT. And Osman's come flying down that back straight, coming straight out of the tunnel. Late braking there, late braking up the inside. And he's got that move done. That's it. Bing bang bosh. he's literally like saying, mate, you might be in a Japanese car, mate, but my Jaguar, it's got so much power, he doesn't even have to over-rev it. So that's a great overtake there from quite far back. Very ballsy move, that Osman, but he is a very ballsy driver. All of this might come undone, though, as he comes down to turn 15 and 16, because he is going to have to serve that penalty. And maybe Faze is thinking, now, do you know what? I'm just going to leave it. Turn 15, 16. I'm just going to wait because you're going to serve that half-second penalty. It's going to equate to roughly around about a second by the time you get to turn 1. So I expect Osman to pull over, which he has. So Fazer, I'd expect to take that position back, which he has. So Osman's now dropped back to 6th. You've got Panicking at Tesco having a look at these two guys battling away. So that'll be closing the gap on him in 4GT. Just behind Panic we have Grasshopper, the first of the guys in the Citroen. This car must be like so grippy. He's lap 4 and he pretty much started second to last on the grid because he came second in the first race. But it doesn't look like Grasshopper's having it all his own way because Enzo Gaps, he's got other ideas. He fancies a crack at Grasshopper. Let's stay with Enzo here. Let's see what he's got planned as we come to the back straight down the tunnel. It's very imperative to go as tight as you can to that corner and let it hang out to the right hand side just as you go down the tunnel. Obviously too far to the right and you're going to absolutely slam into that wall and that's going to really damage your momentum. So let's have a look on. Let's go on board with Enzo. Has that Ferrari got enough grunt to be able to close the gap to Slipstream? It doesn't look like it to me. Looks like it's got better corner abilities, but it looks at either that or he's just broken a little bit later. But that, pardon me. But that Ferrari compared to the Jag's power. Oh dear, here we go. We've had a bit of a bumper kiss between Grasshopper and Enzo Jack. It's not what we want to see in racing. I can't imagine for 1 second that is going to be deliberate. Some guys break in different points to others. So he may have just been caught out by Grasshopper. Now back in 10th we've got closing up towards Enzo is Sai and he is in one of the sister Citroens. He's not really coming under attack by anybody and he's trying to catch up to the back of Enzo. Now behind Sai we have Silly Shot. Like I said, he's in the 2020 Mercedes AMG. Again, not really close enough to challenge Sai and he's not really going to be bothered by Matty at this time, who in one of the sister Citroens is at the back. So, back up to the top. Alex. This is going to have to be Alex, isn't it? Alex, in the M6, he's got a little bit of a gap back to Bree. Not really getting troubled at this moment, but this is going to be interesting because, as I said at the beginning of the race, before these guys even got started, that thing right there, that is an absolute powerhouse. Like I said, I've never really driven it much myself. I think it suffers a lot from understeer, unless the mechanics have been in there and sorted it out. But the horsepower underneath that hood must be absolutely insane, as well as the fact that it must weigh an absolute 2-3 ton. Just look at the size of it. And I do love them lights. Those lights are very mean, didn't they? And that livery, the Karcher livery, wow, that's great. I love that. So we're going to come back to these guys soon, because I don't think Unforgiven's going to have it all his own way by the looks of it. Not with that thing behind him. That must be menacing in his rearview mirror. We're going to go back to third. Third is in the other M6, and unfortunately for Peter, he is carrying a 1 second penalty. Now, that is going to be brutal. 1 second, 1.5 seconds by the time he gets to the first corner. So he must be absolutely kicking himself inside that, because Hoggy's literally going to rocket past him. So Hoggy's going to take that third step on the podium, but we do have some guys obviously coming into the pits. So as I said, there's 14 laps, they're on the mediums and the hards, so different straps for different guys. The fuel as well, different car. Some of these cars might drink it a lot quicker compared to others. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. So back in fifth spot we have Panic in the, like I said, the Ford GT. Now this is a good car, but unfortunately I don't think the tank's very big. I'm not aware whether it's a gas guzzler or not, but he's, by the looks of it, he's coming under attack. He's coming under attack from Grasshopper. And Grasshopper's no slouch. If he senses an opportunity, Grasshopper, he's going to take it. And check this out. We're coming down to the tunnel now. Look at that lovely tight turn he's got. Wow, that is pinpoint accuracy coming into that corner and into the tunnel. Literally, you could put a wafer thin bit of paper between them. And Grasshopper has made the move on Panic. Is Panic going to think about it? Is he going to go down the inside or the outside? Is he going to try and outbreak Grasshopper? We're two by side. We're side by side. Enzo's having a look as well. He's thinking, no, I want to get on them. Enzo's got up the inside. Is he going to be able to make a stick? He's going to go around the outside of Panic. And there's going to be on the inside. No. Okay, so we are one by one by one. They thought better of it. Enzo's not giving up, is he? He wants that. He wants that spot of Panic. Let's have a look at these guys here. So turn 14. These guys are going to dive in. Looks like Panic's coming into the pits. So he's going to make his scheduled stop. Right, tell you what. Wow, the cough is hideous. It really is. It's because it's early morning. That's the problem. Got to get all that phlegm up. Right, so Enzo's in 6th. He's yet to make a stop. Sai, he's running on the hard. So I don't think he's made a stop yet. Well, obviously not. He couldn't. Look how much fuel he's got. Hasn't really made inroads at the moment, Sai, but he is running on the hards. So there are a few guys on the mediums. He's running on the hard. So he's got a softer compound to run in the second stint as we are halfway through the race. In 8th spot we have Silly. He's on the hards as well. He's got about a quarter of a tank. He's a little bit on his own, not really being troubled by anybody. So just taking in the scenery and just thinking, yeah. I like this place. Yeah, trial mountain. Yeah, it's fantastic. In 9th spot in the Citroen we have Matty. He as well, I know he's got Silly Shot just up ahead of him, but he's got nobody behind him. Nobody at all to bother him. So he can just concentrate on Silly. In 10th spot, all on his lonesome at the moment, is Phaser. Now Phaser did start on pole. And have I missed something again, whether he's dropped back? It doesn't look like he's had a pit stop. Because we're already halfway through the race. If I've missed you on Hairy Cam, I do apologise. But yeah, it's looking like another lonely race for Phaser until the other guys come into the pits. In 11th spot now, I do know that this man, he has made a stop, so he's now got rid of them hards and he's on the mediums. But he's carrying a half-second penalty, so I can only assume that he's cut the corner too much at turn 1 or 2, which is overall is going to cost him about a second by the time he gets back to turn 1 on lap 8. And in 12th spot, having made his pit stop, this is Panic in the GT. He's come out on the mediums. Looks like he's fueled up enough to get him to the end of the race. So back up to the top, we have Unforgiven in the M6. I'd expect him to come in soon. Maybe he's going to run it up to maybe about lap 10 or 11. But he's getting no breathing space whatsoever, is he? Because Bree's not having any of it. He's got a rear view mirror full, absolutely full of a Genesis. Bree's not letting him get away. Bree's like, no, I want this win. But these two guys, they're both on the mediums, these two guys are going to have to run the hard. So how much of a gap can they pull out back? Because you can just see there, I just saw Hoggy coming around the corner in the Alpha. So these two have got a bit of a gap back, so it'd be interesting to see. As you can see on the map, we've got some guys in the pits and they're going to be coming out. So I'm wondering whether Alex, Unforgiven or Bree, they're going to come in. We're going to have a look at this. Is Bree going for it? Unforgiven didn't even bother to defend that line. So this is going to be Breeze. Bree's going to take him up the inside. Unless Unforgiven's got some match special staggered tyres where you can literally corner. Look at this, side by side. This is what we want to see. This is what we're here for. This is why we come and watch these guys. We want to see this. Again, Unforgiven, he's now back in first spot. He's saying, you're going to have to work for it. Who wants to... we're going to have to stay with these. I want to see who comes into the pits. Or if they're not coming into the pits. So these guys are staying out. Yeah, I reckon about maybe like lap... So we're going to start lap 9. I reckon about lap 10. This is great racing from these two. What airtime. That's so menacing, isn't it? Look at that. I do love that. That's great. Maybe I'm too such a weakling I don't want to drive it because it's too big. I'm quite a short person, so I race in VR, and I know that when I get into big cars, especially that thing, what Unforgiven's driving, I look like a little munchkin inside, and I have to peer over the top of the dashboard. It can get quite annoying, but nonetheless, that is a fantastic car. So let's leave these two guys for now, and we're going to go back to third spot in Hoggy. Hoggy's fuel is flashing, and he's got Pete for company. So I would expect Hoggy to come in. I reckon he's going to come in at the end of this lap. Unless, I mean, he can obviously see how many laps of fuel he's got, as opposed to me. So let's stay with these two guys here. So we've got Pete, he's chasing down Hoggy. Has Pete been into the pits, or has he been saving more fuel? Oh, there we go. Pete has come a cropper to the turn where you come into the tunnel. You have to hug that inside apex so tight, but you have to be careful as you drift it out wide, because it can get a bit butt quenchy too much and you hit the wall, and that's what's happened to Peter. So that's actually giving Hoggy a bit of breathing space. Fortunately for Peter, he's not carrying any damage, so he can live to fight another day. Up into 5th spot, I do believe yet to pit, that is Enzo Jack in the Ferrari 296. He's a little bit on his own. You can only see the guys in front. He hasn't really got anyone behind him. Well, he's got nobody behind him. No one. But I want to see now whether these guys are going to be coming into the pits. As I thought, yeah, so Hoggy is now into the pits. Peter's into the pits. Enzo, he's staying out. He feels like he can get at least another lap or two out of these tyres. So Enzo is going to stay on the podium. He's going to be on the podium now, but it's not a net podium because I know he's going to have to pit. Look how many miles he's done in that car. 3,308 miles. We all know about Enzo Jack as well. If you ever want to go and see him, he loves a time trial. He'll challenge any man, any place, anywhere, any track. And yeah, I've seen him several times on the time trials. I don't go on them myself, but he's a big hitter when it comes to that. So he always wants to be top, which is fair play to him. Right, as I said, Pete and Hoggy there in the pits, and they've actually come out. They come out in 4th and 5th. So what's going on back here then? You got Osman. Osman's on the mediums. These two guys are on the hards now, yes. And we know how much power that Jag's got. Osman, he's already eyeing up Hoggy. Hoggy's out on them cold tyres. Ozzy's up the inside of the tunnel. Ozzy's done him. Ozzy's moved up to 5th. He's no slouch, Ozzy. No, absolutely not. He is an absolute powerhouse in the URL. And now he's sizing up Peter. He's sizing up Peter as well. Unfortunately, Peter and Hoggy, they're both running on the hard, so it's going to take them a couple of laps before they can even get them up to temperature. So Ozzy's eyeing him up. I expect him, in the sheer power of that Jag, he's going to have him into this turn as he comes out the tunnel. He's already got the inside line, so it looks like the move's done. Peter's going to try and pick up the slipstream. Whether Ozzy's going to decide to defend that, or whether he decides he needs to anyway. It looks like he didn't need to. So Ozzy's got that, the Ozman, he's got that move done. Peter and Hoggy in 4th and 5th, they're running on the hard, so they're going to find it a bit difficult to try and catch up to him. But we have the top 3 guys in the pits, Bree, Unforgiven and Enzo Jack. Now, this will be interesting. Osman's just come round turn 14. These guys are in the pits, the fuel's not even started going in. So Ozzy's coming up to turn 15 now. Bree's fuel's only just going in. Round turn 15, coming round to turn 16. This is going to be close. Or as the Osman pulled off an absolute masterclass here. Who's coming out? Right, so Bree's out. Bree's coming out now. Who else is coming out? I'd imagine that'd be Unforgiven. So Osman's up to 3rd. He's moved up to 3rd, so Bree's come out. Bree's come out ahead of Unforgiven. He's come out quite a bit as well. Whether he's put less fuel in, no. Surely it's just to power that car, or maybe the mechanics are a lot quicker. So Bree, look at the gap. I don't know whether something's happened there. There's a huge gap between Bree and Unforgiven. Unforgiven's got other things to think about now, because Unforgiven's on the hards and he's being chased down by the Osborne in the Jaguar. Look how close he gets to that. Back in fourth spot we've got Enzo. Enzo in the 296. He's chasing down Osborne. He's being chased. I'd say he's being chased down by Peter and Hoggy, but like I said, they're on the hard, so as soon as he gets to the technical parts of the track, they're going to find it difficult to keep up with him. In seventh, chasing down Hoggy and Peter, we have Panic at the Tesco's. He's got Grasshopper for company in the first of the Citroen family, as we can see him there, and it looks like the sun's gone away, so it's starting to get dark, so the lights are on. If you're racing in VR, it's spectacular around here. In ninth spot in the other Citroen we have Sai. Looks like the livery's failed on that car. In 10th spot we have Silly Shot in the Mercedes. Not really. He's had a bit of a quiet race, Silly. He has. But he's got Matty. He's got Matty for company now in the other Citroen. Look at the bright lights. It's like LED lighting, and he's got the fog lights on as well. He's letting Silly know that he's there. Oh, a little bit of a twitch there to come on to start finish straight. To start lap 12. So 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Matty's on the mediums, and so is Silly. So it's an out-and-out fight for 11th. And down in 12th spot we've got, on the mediums also, we've got Phaser. Another bit of a lonely race for Phaser. So back up to the top we've got Bree. He's got, like I say, he's got a massive gap now back to Osman at the moment, but there's still another 2 laps to go. But Osman is carrying the fastest lap of 152.3. Let's have a look at the consistency of these guys. I'm going to go back here because it looks like Osman, he has taken Unforgiven, so he's up to second. As Unforgiven, has he got other ideas? Is he going to go for it? He is on the hards though. This is Osman's made a masterclass here. Started on the hards at the beginning of the race. I don't honestly think Unforgiven's really got an answer for it. It's going to take too long for the tyres to heat up, possibly. But we're going to stick with Bree because we're going to do a lap. We're going to do a lap with the lead man. It comes around turn 14. Oh, a little bit squirrely there. He's on the hards, but look, Osman is catching him. But he's absolutely eating through those tyres. So, turn 15, I'm going to go on board. Look how dark it is. At least it's lit. There's a lot of tracks that aren't even lit. Turn 16 done. So we're going to start lap 13, and we're going to have a ride on board with Bree. We're going to see how this guy does it around the track, around the trial mountain, in the dark. The lights are green, and we are go. So, riding on board with Bree, we're going to go up to the first corner here, hang out far right, and then you cut as much as that apex as you can, foot flat to the floor depending on what car you're in, through the little S's there, grab as much grass as you can there, hang it out wide here. You're going to brake just as you come into the tunnel, or some people brake later, some people brake earlier. I brake just as I come in so I can hug that inside line. This can be a tricky corner to get hold of. If you turn right too much, you're going to bang that wall. This is great. This is watching these guys here, especially in this car. So we're coming up to the tunnel, we're going to come turn left, so ideally you want to hug that as much as you can, let it drift out wide, foot flat to the floor, and then we're down the back straight in the tunnel. At least this part of the track's lit, proper lit, so you don't actually need the lights. So look behind us. I can see Osman in the background, as well as you've got like a turbo mode in that, because he is catching him. He is catching him. Whether he's going to have enough time is a different story. So in my eyes this is turn 10, I'm going to come around turn 10, nice turn for that, that's turn 10, oh he did get a bit squirrely there didn't he, this is turn 11, turn 12, turn 13, hug that inside line, can be a bit slippery depending on the temperature, and turn 14, drop down to first and up to second, and then get into third because you don't want it the rear end to kick out, and here we are coming up to turn 15. I'll take this wide and cut in. That's what I do anyway. And then we are up to turn 16 where you've got the arrow saying make sure you turn right because there's a massive big barrier here. You don't want to smash your car up. So that was a lap with Bree. As you can see, Osman is edging a little bit closer, but whether he's going to have enough to take that top spot, we'll find out, won't we? So, Bree's in first, Osman, he's in second, nobody really troubling him. Unforgiven, he's third. Enzo, he's fourth. Panic, there he is. Don't know what the cameraman's doing. He's in fifth. Hoggy, he's in sixth. Grasshopper, great fan of Grasshopper, he's in seventh. That's a man that very rarely makes a mistake. Very rarely. In eighth, we've got Pete. In ninth, we've got Sai. 10th, we have Matty. Silly is in 11th. And Phaser is in 12th. Lonely race again for Phaser. Maybe this is not his track. Maybe he doesn't like it. You know, some people like it, some people don't. As you can see, Bree's up top. He's up top. Fuel light flashing in that huge 3-ton gas guzzler. I wonder whether that's rear-wheel drive. It must be. It's a Group 3 car, so it's going to be rear-wheel drive. Front engine rear-wheel drive. Do you know what? I like the look of that so much. But like I said, I'm racing VR, so the rear view facing camera is literally right on the dash, so it's a bit odd. He's in first spot, followed closely behind by Osman, but to be honest with you, I don't think Osman's going to have enough, barring unless Bree makes some form of mistake. Blimey, this cough is terrible. Barring he makes some sort of mistake, this is his to lose, and he's like running low on fumes as well. Look at this, he's getting really close. Let's stay on board with Bree. So Bree's coming around turn 16, last corner of lap 14. He does like whacking that barrier, doesn't he? So is Bree going to take the checkered flag? He is. So Bree crosses the line in first, followed so closely by Osman. In first spot on the last step of the podium, we've got Unforgiven just about, with Enzo Jack in fourth. Panic's going to cross the line in fifth. Grasshopper, he's going to cross the line in sixth, followed very closely by Hoggy in seventh. Sai's going to finish across the line in eighth. Matty crossed it in ninth. Peter in 10th. Silly shot in 11th. They all crossed the line so quickly, I didn't manage to get them all. And we're going to have Phaser. Phaser crossed the line in 12th. So, I really enjoyed that. I'm a massive fan of Trial Mountain. It's great watching these guys as we saw them racing the Group 4s in race 1. Group 3s in race 2. So, yeah. So, thank you for watching the Ultimate Racing League, the SMC, Saturday Championship. I'm Hairy Poppins, and yeah, if you know, just click that like button, subscribe, that would be fantastic, and I'll see you at the next race. So looking forward to it. Goodbye.